That's what I'm talking about.
Wait! Okay, now, from the beginning.
Hit it, boys.
We're here at the Pizza Gallery. Welcome to our new show, Pizza with a Purpose. We want to highlight local artists, musicians, and anyone that inspires our local community. Today we're here with two members of Aurora Avenue, the band. So they're gonna come in, make a pizza. We're gonna have a little chat, and yeah, if you guys could please introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Peyton Smith from Aurora Ave.
My name is Kokasaba, also from Aurora Ave.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have them come inside. They brought some special ingredients they're gonna make a pizza with, and we're gonna get started here. So. All right, so their pizza's cooking through the oven right now. So Peyton and Co are gonna play a little song for us while it's cooking. So sit back, take a listen.
I saw the look that's in your eyes. They told me all I need to know. No need to keep my heart from breaking. I wanna see you let it go. But maybe there's a chance that we could go and live our lives together. I wonder if you've ever felt the same. I don't even advise, 'cause the times will make us separate. The tides are changing every single day. It's that feeling I know I'm getting scared. It's that feeling I know I'll grow to hate. Nice.
All right, so their pizza's done. We're gonna head to the back, eat the pizza, and discuss what these guys got going on. All right, so once again, we're here with Peyton and Co from Aurora Avenue, the band. We're gonna get into this pizza, have a little conversation, see what these guys got going on, and yeah, let's dive in. What did you guys create for us today?
So on a whim, I went with Takis on a pizza. It brings me back to my childhood. I was a big Taki eater, so I thought I've never seen Takis on a pizza before. So
Yeah, it looks.
it looks
a little interesting.
So I like how red it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a ranch base with under that we had or above that we had the Takis. We put on chives or green onions, chicken, green peppers, and some cheddar, and that's how it looks.
Sweet.
It smells pretty good.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Say let's take a slice and see how this is.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
How you guys feeling?
I don't think I got enough Taki in my first bite.
That's the thing. I think maybe when it cooked, it kind of went down a little. I can taste it though.
Oh yeah, oh, I feel it.
I can taste the chili lime.
Yeah, the zesty like lime flavor. Totally.
You can eat it throughout. I'm gonna dive into the questions. We can get started here.
Let's hear it.
I guess to start off, just give us the origins of like Aurora Avenue, the band, how you started it. I think you guys said it was kind of like at the beginning of COVID, maybe in 2020. Is that accurate or?
Very.
Yeah. So I was in a band before Aurora Ave, and basically what happened was, yeah, COVID hit, and it was like May or June, I think, and that band was starting to die off because of COVID. But I like missing music during COVID, especially since like the rules were like 6 feet apart. You can't be in a closed area. You have to be in an open air environment. So it was like, oh my god, it's impossible to do music now. But I have a pretty big yard, and so I was thinking I just post something on my Instagram story, basically saying like, here's like, I want to start a band. Here are like the requirements and like all the musicians that I would need, all the instruments. And I was just waiting for people to slide up and respond and see, you know, who was interested. And luckily I got the right people, because everyone, I think Gabi, our lead guitarist, was the first person to slide up. And he's the one person in the band that I didn't really know before the band started. So that made me super excited. And then yeah, Peyton, everyone, Michael, Sam, convinced Nazer to join the band too, since he's our bassist. He had never played bass before he joined the band, but I saw a video of him playing a little bit of bass, and I slid up and I was like, because the bass player role hadn't really been filled yet. Yeah. So I was like, yo, Nazer, you got to play bass in my band.
So
you got
he just learned it like on the spot,
on the
like
spot.
in 2020?
Yeah, on the spot. And now he's
Wow.
incredible bass player. You'll hear it in the records, but basically, yeah, that's how it started.
So how many people are in the band altogether?
8.
8, yeah, 8
Okay.
total.
And then I've seen, I think in some videos, you have other people come in and sing, maybe. Is that true? Or is it the same people and doing the concerts every time? Or do you have people like fill in for people, I guess? Or
Yeah, so occasionally we'll have some subs coming in. We've had saxophone subs before. But mainly it's because our lead singer, Dominique, she moved to Japan.
Oh, okay.
And so she's over there, she's killing it. But our lead singer role was kind of in a weird spot. So while she was in Japan, we had our friends come in and sub for her. And by the time that this podcast releases, we should have announced that Samara is our new official lead singer. So
Samara Reigns.
Samara Rain, yeah. So
Awesome. And then I think I've talked to Peyton. I don't even think I've mentioned it in the show yet, but Peyton's actually a delivery driver for us. He's one of our coworkers.
That I
Great
am.
guy right here. We've talked a little bit because I do a lot of stuff on social media as well. I've seen some of the stuff you guys have done on TikTok, I think, and then Skipping Stones, I think, went through the roof.
Through the
Has
roof.
over like 300,000 streams, I think, now on Spotify.
Yeah.
That sound right? So I guess the question is, are you mainly seeing traffic to the different streaming platforms through TikTok, or is it through other social media channels, playing live shows? Like, I guess, what advice would you give to other musicians, bands, artists that are trying to get their work out?
Well, personally, I'm not the biggest fan of TikTok.
Yeah.
I don't really use it myself.
Okay.
But I think it is a wonderful way to promote.
Yeah.
Through the first year and a half that our record was out, we saw some pretty good success, I say, for just being a local band.
Yeah.
You get a couple listeners from every gig, I'd say, and having stuff like Mopop, Sound Off, the More Music at the More, stuff like that really boosted our audience. But once we posted a See You Again cover on TikTok, that blew up and we got some attention from our band. The following video was our first song we ever released, Skipping Stones, and that just absolutely blew it through the roof. So I'd say probably 90% of our listeners happen after that we currently have
Yeah.
happened after that TikTok boom.
I think the funny thing is about that is that TikTok, that Skipping Stones TikTok that did really well. We were celebrating 10,000 streams. I think that was in January. Yeah, 10,000 streams. We're celebrating it, and then after that TikTok, now in in late May, it's at like 350,000.
That's great.
So TikTok does some wonders.
And I think the cool thing is, even, it's a great promotional tool, but now that will bring more people out to the concerts or to the shows or the gigs,
absolutely.
whatever you want to call it, and therefore there'll be more of a word of mouth through that. Is probably the best part about that, I'd say, because more people can come and see the live music, which I think is, kind of not dying out, but I think with AI and everything, like I think live music will be worth even more, like in my eyes at least.
Me too.
Kind of gets into the next question, like with artificial intelligence and people creating music with like a click of a button. I guess, where do you guys see like the future of music going? And do you think, since you guys like use the live instruments and everything, do you think that will be around forever? You guys are going to keep doing that, I hope.
Oh, yeah.
Can you guys kind of talk to that, what's happening in the music industry a little bit?
I think right now it's only I've seen like some developments in the AI stuff, like especially I've seen videos of musicians just asking AI to write them a song. And right now it's like pretty simple, but like I think the human brain and music is so hand in hand. But at the same time, we're only seeing the beginning of artificial intelligence. It's only been like 2 years or something like that, a year of it being like super popular. And in 10 years, who even knows what artificial intelligence is gonna be capable of doing? But
True.
for now, like just like the Drake covers over anime songs and stuff, that's like, those are really good. I just don't think it'll ever take over human music. At least that's my personal perspective.
Yeah, it's as compared to art, like physical art, because you see AI drawings and paintings, and they are just absolutely incredible and so detailed, yet so random at sometimes. But with music, I feel like it's really hard to get a machine to tell a machine what sounds good, because it's such a taste by taste concept.
Yeah.
So I think well, we're in it for the long run.
Yeah.
And I don't think we'll be taken over by AI.
Yeah.
I think the future of music is going to be human all the way.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, me too.
Go humans.
Yeah.
So, kind of off of that, I'd say your music and your instrument play like translates really well to live shows. That's me. I haven't seen a live show yet. I want to go out and see one. I've been saying it for a while. I need to go do that. But I guess the venues themselves, is there a particular like venue you guys have played that kind of stands out, that you guys were excited to play, that just worked out really well, that you've done, whether it's a small one or a bigger one, or what? I kind of want to get both of your guys'.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll let you go first.
All right. Well, it's not necessarily my favorite show, but we got to play the Paramount in downtown Seattle, Paramount Theater, and we didn't even get to play one of our songs. It was kind of a collaborative piece that we did for the More Music at the More thing. It's with Seattle Theater Group, and then they put us with the collaborative thing with all the other musicians on the stage at Paramount. And after that, our current lead singer, Samara Rain, got to sing My Girl with the Temptations. And then we went out on stage and danced with them. And it was not a banquet, but
It was a fundraiser.
yeah, it
an
was a big
auction.
fundraiser.
Yeah.
And it was super successful, and it was a crazy night.
That's awesome. Sounds like a great time.
Yeah. I think for me, the one that stands out the most, in terms of the trajectory of the band, was probably Sound Off, more Mopop, because growing up in the music scene here, Sound Off is something that a lot of the young artists do. I have a lot of friends that did it that were older than me, and I was like, man, one day, like, it'd be so cool to play Sound Off. Unfortunately, it wasn't in front of a crowd since it was during COVID, but it kind of gave me that validation of like, okay, like, we're a young band, and we were able to do this like big stepping stone for a lot of Seattle artists. I was like, if we're able to do this and kill it, like, in our first 8 months of being a band together, like, who knows what we're gonna be able to do if we stick around for the long run. And luckily, it's all worked out in the end for sure. Since then, I think that was like a big turning point point for our band for sure.
Cool. It's kind of cool to see the different perspectives on
Yeah.
the different shows you guys are doing. So that's awesome to hear. So yeah, I've personally spent more time around like athletics, sports, and it's very like goal oriented, kind of competitive. I guess, do you guys kind of see yourself going with like the flow and kind of having like the music take you on a journey, or do you guys as a group like sit down and be like, this is where we want to be in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, or is it kind of just like we're having fun, let's see what happens kind of thing?
That's a good question.
Really good question.
That's a good question.
Uh,
I think for the most part, in my opinion, it's kind of, let's just give what we got. Let's do shows. Let's record. Let's get some music out. And so far, it's been pretty good with the flow.
Yeah.
Of course, we have our goals of where we want to play and who we want to play with, and we can do our best to achieve those. But it's not very, it doesn't need to happen now. It's, let's get her done and let's see what happens.
Yeah, I think the main thing for our band, I think for all bands like would say this, but like authenticity. We don't want to rush projects if we know that it's not going to be the best that we can do. We don't want to write songs that we feel like we're forcing them to be made. So it's just we really value our creative process, so that when we release music, people can just get what we have, and we don't try to, do anything that will be trendy or anything like that. We just make the best music we can possibly make, and we don't worry about how people are gonna take it, or if it's gonna do well or not, because what we're doing in the end is art. So it's like it's up to us as the artists to like really love what we're doing before we put it out.
Yeah, agreed. Because if you love what you do, then the people listening should theoretically feel it,
Sweet. Love those answers. And then kind of one of my last questions before we go into like a little rapid fire questions I have set up for you guys.
Oh, nice.
Who do you guys take inspiration from as a group? I've seen a few things out there. I think I was looking on like your Bandcamp or something. It's like you guys have all these different musical interests, or maybe your favorite musicians and artists you listen to. But is there like specific bands that you guys kind of think you sound similar to, that you can kind of take stuff from them? Or I guess overall, like, who are your guys' inspirations in music?
I'll let you take that one.
Oh, dang. So that's a really good question. I would say, me personally, the structure of the band is based around Lawrence. They are also an 8-piece horn-based band. They're more indie. It was a Japanese band called Official Higadandism. If people know them, that's awesome. They're like the top band in Japan right now, and I was obsessed with them before starting this band. Well, I'm still obsessed with them, but I was like really into their music before it started. But the cool thing is about our band is a lot of people come from different musical backgrounds. Like, I like funk guitar and like R&B, soul stuff. Peyton's into everything, but like mainly you would say like jazz, right?
Yeah.
Gabi, our lead guitarist, he's a metalhead. Nazer is more of a classic rock, indie guy. Michael's also like an indie, classic rock, also hip hop. Dominique is super into like R&B and like just international music. And so that, I'm not missing anyone, right?
Sam.
Oh, and Sam's also like a jazz head, but also just like Sam has a very good overall music taste.
Agreed.
So that amalgamation of metal, jazz, soul, funk.
And now with Samara as a singer, there's a lot of extra soul too.
And I think you being able to go down the line and say every single person's like what they're into, I'm guessing you guys just sit down and like listen to music, and that's how you guys kind of get inspiration. Is that true? Like, you guys will just hang out, kind of listen to different stuff that's out there and take inspiration from that? Or
on car rides and such.
Yeah, car rides, for sure.
But I think sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
With all of our musical influences, when we're just jamming out, trying to feel something, trying to put something together, all of our different influences really combine and clash, and that's kind of just what makes our sound.
Okay, cool, awesome.
Do you have any more to say on that?
No, I think you said it perfectly.
Sweet. that's kind of what I have for more the long form like questions. So I basically have 5 like rapid fire questions here. So I'm gonna ask them, and then maybe you can answer first, and then Peyton second, like right after each other. And it's basically gonna be like a sentence or less, probably just a few words, depending on what the question is. So it's just like one after the other kind of thing.
Got it.
So yeah, first one is, who is your favorite musician or band?
I think based off of listening time, I would say probably Elton John.
Based off of my listening time, Duke Ellington.
If you could play at any venue in the world, local or globally, what would it be?
Madison Square Garden.
MSG.
What is your favorite song you have put out as Aurora Avenue?
It's Over Who Said is my favorite.
Also, it's over. But not for long.
Not for, Tides. By the time this comes out, maybe Tides is out. So Tides is probably my number 1 right now.
Summer's Just For You and Me is my number 1.
All right. If you had to get one line of lyrics, either from your band or from any song that is out there, tattooed on you, what would it be?
I think since I wrote the songs, it'd be kind of corny if I got a tattoo for my lyrics. So. Oh man. That is a good question. I might have to ponder on this one a little bit.
From skipping, thought too long, and now I'm pissed.
Yeah. Facts. Oh man. What's my? Okay. I think this was my senior quote, so I'll put this down. It's a Lawrence song called "Play Around," and it's like, I'm gonna play around till I'm no longer feeling down. I think that's a good.
Sweet. Awesome. And then last one, since we're at the pizza gallery here, if you're gonna go out to a pizza shop, what do you get and what's your favorite pizza?
I'm a pretty simple person, margarita.
I love meat. So, so I love meat lovers, but my favorite meat lovers is the Pizza Gallery Butcher.
Oh wow.
Ooh, yeah.
Thanks for that.
Of course.
That's awesome. So yeah, I mean that's kind of what I had. Thank you guys for coming down.
Thank
you.
It's been a great time. The Taki pizza was pretty good.
It was interesting.
Yeah, it was interesting. We're gonna add some more Takis, I think, next time.
Agreed. Give some more
maybe-
crunch.
May have to get that on the menu, but yeah, thank you guys.
I'm a little greasy, but
We're gonna do greasy handshakes. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
thanks.
Thank you.
All right. Well, yeah. Thank you guys for listening to the first show of Pizza with a Purpose. We hope to have more people coming down in the next couple weeks here and over the summer. And we want to highlight, like I said earlier, local artists, musicians, and anyone that inspires the community. So, thank you.
We got a new EP coming out on June 2nd. By the time this comes out,
I think that'll have already passed.
it'll already have passed, but it's called Sunrise Down. You can find it on all streaming platforms. And for more information, check out Aurora Ave, the band, on Instagram. We post when we have shows, other announcements. Merchandise is coming soon, too.
Really soon.
Yeah, so,
Really soon.
if you guys find any interest in anything we've said today, check out our Instagram. That is our main source of all of the information coming out. So, yeah.
Stay in the loop.